Hello all, myself Dr. Shanti Verma. In today's tutorial, I want to discuss printer widgets, button and label for Python GUI programming. In the previous tutorial of GUI programming, I already discussed the tinter package with one demo program of creating a root window with the tinter package. In this lecture, I am going to discuss the tinter widgets like button and label. Let's first discuss the learning objective of this session. At the end of this session, you are able to understand the button toolkit widget using one demo. You are also able to understand the label toolkit widget and able to understand the path geometry manager of toolkit widget. Now let's first discuss what is button and what is label and what is the difference between them. Basically, label used to contain text or images. The button is same as label with some additional functionality like mouse overs, presses and releases, as well as the different types of keyboard activities and events. Let's first discuss some standard attributes of widgets. There are various attributes like dimensions, colors, fonts, anchors. Basically, anchors are used to define where the text is positioned related to a reference point. While the relief styles refer to a certain simulated 3D effects around and outside the widget, you can see in this window that the mouse over and this outside the widget there are some 3D effects that is called as relief style. Now the one attribute is bitmaps. Bitmaps used to display a bitmap type like error, hourglass, questions, warning, etc. Next is a cursor. Cursor is basically one symbols that is used in place of the button. You can see here that in this window this circle and plus is used in place of this button circle and plus. So the circle and plus is called as cursor. Now let's discuss in details the button widget. Basically, buttons can contain text or images and can associate Python functions or method with each button. Basically, when a button is pressed, tinter automatically calls the functions or a method associated with the button. Basically, the button can only display a text in a single font, but the text may span more than one time. By default, the tab key is used to move the button widget. For syntax of the button, you can write button, then master equals to none, and then the different options. For setting also, you can use the config method. We will discuss these in detail in the next slides. Now let's discuss a demo of the button. For creating any button, you have to first import the tinter package. For importing the tinter package, you can write import tinter. Then you have to initialize a toolkit widget of tinter, so that you for that you write tinter.tk and initialize in a one object that is called as top. Next, you have to create a one event. That event is called as quit. For creating that event, you have to write tinter.button, then position of the button, that is top position, the text you want to display in the button, that is hello world, and the command you want to execute with this button, that is top.quit. For making this all visible, you have to pack with this quit object, and then you have to for creating for waiting for any event to run in a particular window, you have to write enter dot main loop. You can see that here this window is created with a button hello world in a top position. When you click on this button, the top dot put is executed and you have run out from this window. Now let's discuss label. Label are basically used to display a text or image on the screen. You cannot perform any types of activity on label. You can use the set method to update the text variable of label, and you get method to retrieve the current value. Basically, the text may be anchored for different dimensions like north, northeast, east, etc. By default, the position of the text label is a center. Basically, for syntax of the label, you can write label, then master equals to none, and then different options. We will discuss these options in detail in the next slides. Now let's discuss a demo of the label. For using any tinter widgets, you have to first import a import tinter. Then you have to write initialize one object of toolkit, that is tinter.tk equals top equals to tinter.tk. Then using for label using label, you have to write tinter.label position and the text you want to display with the as a label. Then you have to pack this label, and then main loop is executed for creating an event in the window. You can see in the window there is a one label display, that is hello world, creating this using the tinter toolkit widget. Now let's discuss the config method. Basically, the configuration can be specified at the creation time or the change time as the program is running by using the config method. You can see here after packaging, when I write this config method and I want to change the text from hello world to hello gym, then in the window you can see that this at place of hello world, hello gym is displaced. So basically, with the help of this config method, you can change the particular text for a timely value. Now let's discuss how to update the value. For updating the value, you have to use a basically set method. This set method, in the set method, you have to pass the new text you want to display. For creating a tinter variable, basically you have to call the constructor. So first you have to take a one string variable in a variable v. Then you have to write label, then root text variable, here text variable equals to v, that set with the help of the set function. So the set function is basically v dot set equals to new text. For printing this new value, you have to write print v dot get, and for display or and for running this event in the window, you have to write the main loop. You can see that in the window new text is displayed, that is set with the help of set method. Now let's discuss this button and label combinedly. In this example, you can see that first I create a one label with the label widget. I write here that tinter dot label position equals to top and text value equals to hello. Then pack this label. After that, I create a one button, that name is quit, and with the command top dot quit I also apply here the background color is red and the foreground color is white. Basically if you want that the button is button width is same as your text, so you can write with the pack there are some options like fill equals to tinter dot x. You can use the fill equals to x to expand options to make a widget as wide as a parent widget, even if the user resizes the window. So if you want that hello world size and the quit button size is same, so you can pass this fill equals to interacts with the pack method. Then you have to create a window for an event using the main loop. You can see in the window that there is a one label hello world and there is a one button with the foreground color white and the background color red with a text quit. Now let's discuss a pack geometry. Basically, pack geometry is used to use different types of colors and positions with labels and buttons. You can see in the figure, I first create one root window and then I create a three labels. These three labels have the text red, green and blue, with red has the foreground color red and background color foreground color white and background color red. Green has the background color green and foreground color black. Similarly the blue has the background color blue and foreground color white. You can see in the figure that from the current position is a basically center. So in the center of the window there are three labels with the red, green and blue colors. Now if you want to use a indentation, like you have to place all these labels you in left side, so you can write that with the pack method that pack equals to side equals to left. If you pass in you side equals to left in all these labels, you can see that these labels have indentation left side, and same red, green and blue labels are displayed on the window. Now let's discuss basically geometry manager. Basically the simplest of the three geometry managers. Do not use the ordinary windows as it is too much work. So instead of it for making a more complex containers, basically a place is available for all the widgets. For that you have to create a message box. In this example you can see that there is a I import a TK message box for creating a message box, and first I initialize one root window with tinter.tk. Then I create a one function that name is hello callback. In this hello callback I use this TK message box dot show info method. This is hello python and hello world. So if you press on this creating button, then this method is executed. Now let's create one button. In this you can see that I create a one button that name is hello, and event is a hello callback method is executed. Then pack this method, pack this button. For placing this button, I use b dot place. Then the border mode is outside, and you can decide the height and width of that button. And this main loop for execute waiting for an event. You can see in the in this window that this in this window one hello button is there. that border mode is outside, height equals to 100 and width equals to 100. When you click on this button, this hello callback method is executed and it displays the hello Python and hello world. In this tutorial, I discussed three toolkit widgets of Tinter library, button, label and the path geometry. For more widget, you can refer the next tutorial. If you want to refer some references, please go through these websites. Thank you.